What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to be going through my predictions for the second part of game week 21 in the Premier League. We start off with the London derby, Arsenal against Crystal Palace. I've gone with a 3-1 Arsenal win. If Arsenal don't win here, they might not even get top 4. So it's a must win for them. Crystal Palace will be without Jordan Ayew, who's off at AFCON. So realistically, Arsenal don't have an excuse to not win here. I know Palace do have Eze and Elise fully backed out, but Arsenal are much the superior side, and if they don't win here, they should be extremely worried. It's a game for Arsenal to really show what they're about, because they've been terrible in the last couple. They lose in the last two London derbies against West Ham and Fulham. And in both those games, they were pretty poor. You know, against West Ham, they created a few chances, but weren't anywhere near finishing enough. Against Fulham, I don't know what they were doing. They did not look like a team that were capable of winning the Premier League title. If Crystal Palace can get a point or even more here, it's a brilliant result for them. It eases the slim worry that they might have over relegation. I don't think they're going to go down based on the fact that they do have two of the best attacking players in the league. They're so good, they can make something out of nothing. Brentford against Nottingham Forest, two teams who are also in that sort of relegation scrap, both teams just above it. Brentford will welcome Ivan Toney back for the first time this season. He once again showed how much he just doesn't care about the club, which I absolutely love. Pretty poor for him though, but yeah, Nottingham Forest have been in some really good form since Espirito Santo took over, and I think they're going to win. I've gone 3-1 to Nottingham Forest. I know Toney's return is huge, and that's why I've given Brentford a goal, but I just haven't been very impressed with them lately. They've not looked great. They've also signed Reguilon on loan, which I think will be a big boost for him, because Henry was really good at the start of the season, and with his season-ending injury, Reguilon was a must signing in my opinion, because he does have a lot of energy. He's quick, he can get up and down that flank. But Forest have been so good, and I just can't ignore that. The fact they went to St James's Park and got a win, beat Man United, they should be in high spirits. Gibbs White and Elanga have looked really good. They're going to be so dangerous. Murillo is just a great defender. I really like him. He will have a really tough time dealing with Toney, but Toney might be a bit shaky. I know he did score a hat-trick on his return for the Brentford B team. I can see it being a really tough game for Brentford, and it won't be. And if they don't win here, then they might be a bit worried, because Luton aren't going to be too far away from them. Next up, we've got Sheffield United against West Ham United, and I actually think Sheffield United are going to win. I've gone 2-1. This is mainly just because West Ham are a bit dead up front now. Kudus has gone to AFCON. Owens is 50-50 if he can play. Paqueta is quite doubtful. I don't really have anyone up there. Obviously, Mabama can play. He's a decent striker, but he's very young. He hasn't really had a lot of experience. Ben Rama isn't a good player, but he's banned. Fornals, I don't even know if he's fit. They are very light up there. Sheffield United do have an attacking threat with McBurney and Archer. You know, it'll be a very physical game, I think, because both these teams are very physical, both very strong in the air. There isn't really a better time to play West Ham than this. I think Archer will score in this game. But I could equally see this being a 0-0 like West Ham's last match. But I hope it's a bit more entertaining than that one was. I hope Sheffield United can bring something to show that they aren't going down without a fight. But if West Ham can win here, they are very close to the top 4. They're within touching distance. And that would also be very interesting to see. Bournemouth against Liverpool. Yes, I do think Bournemouth are going to win. I'm going 1-0. I think Dominic Solanke scores the only goal of the game after a Max Aarons cross. I should have brought Max into my FPL team. I don't know why I didn't. I completely forgot. Liverpool had some very bad news, because Mohamed Salah has just been injured at AFCON. I don't know how serious his injury is. It was a hamstring one, but it might not be too bad. Hopefully for them it's not, because if he misses the rest of the season, that's top 4 hopes gone in my opinion from even if they're currently top. But Bournemouth are one of the best teams in the league right now. They're in such good form. They came back from 2-0 down to beat my beloved QPR in the FA Cup, which was not great to see. But they are really good, and I do really enjoy watching them. And Solanke has been very good this season. He was obviously let go by Liverpool a couple of years ago now, and I'm sure he'd want a bit of vengeance. Without Alexander-Arnold as well, I think Liverpool really struggled to create. They did do well against Fulham in the Carabao Cup first leg without both Salah and Trent, but they were at home in that one, so it was probably a bit easier. And Fulham did give them quite a bit of trouble. So I think Bournemouth can definitely give them a lot of trouble, and I do back them to win. And finally, we have Brighton Hove Albion against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, the reverse fixture ended in a 4-1 Brighton win. I once again think there's going to be 5 goals in this game, but I'm going 3-2 to Brighton. I don't think it'll be quite as convincing. Pedro Neto is back for Wolves now, that's scary. Lamina could be back as well, so Wolves are boosted with that, but Brighton are just really good. going forward. They obviously couldn't score against West Ham, who do have a very, very stubborn and solid defence. And Wolves have been a lot better than I thought they were going to be this season. So yeah, they could get something from here, especially with a lot of the players like Hwang Chan gone to AFCON as well. It's going to be a big miss for him. Brighton will be without Mitoma as well, so I don't think they're anywhere near as reliant on him as Wolves are on Hwang Chan. Mitoma hasn't even played that much this season, to be honest. And I do think he's a bit overrated. He's a very good dribbler, but yeah, doesn't do too much else. It's been good to see Buonanotte getting some minutes for Brighton. I think he's a very, very promising young player, and I hope that we can see him right at the top in a few years. Jap had just been excellent. Welbeck's been good this season as well. Obviously, defensively, Brighton have a lot of issues that they do need to address, and hopefully they've been working on that from the last game. They've had a lot of time. And yeah, I do think they should be able to get the job done. Thank you for watching. Those are my predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.